On a cold February night in 2004, a young woman vanished along a quiet, winding road deep in the woods of New Hampshire. Her name was Maura Murray. And what happened to her? That night has become one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in modern American history. Maura was 21 years old, a bright, driven nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She was athletic, disciplined, and had a promising future ahead of her. A former West Point cadet, she was known for her focus and determination. But underneath that surface, those closest to her sensed a quiet storm. Something was weighing on her. In the days leading up to her disappearance, Maura's behavior began to shift. She got into trouble at school for using someone else's credit card. She crashed her father's car after a night out. And she appeared unusually withdrawn, even emotional, at work. On February 9, 2004, she sent an email to her professors saying there had been a death in the family, and that she'd be away for several days. There was no death. That was a lie. Whatever her reasons, Maura was preparing to leave. She packed up her car with clothes, textbooks, and toiletries. She withdrew nearly all the money from her bank account, just $280. She even picked up accident report forms from the DMV, though no one knows why. And then, she vanished. Sometime around 7 p.m., Maura's black satin sedan veered off Route 112, a remote, twisting road near the tiny town of Haverhill, New Hampshire. A local woman heard the crash and called police. Another neighbor saw the car, stopped, and offered help. But Maura declined. She said she'd already called AAA. She hadn't. There was no cell service in the area. By the time police arrived, just minutes later, Maura was gone. The car was locked. The windshield was cracked, the airbags deployed. Inside, they found an empty box of wine, some personal items, and a rag stuffed into the tailpipe. But there was no sign of Maura herself. No footprints in the snow. No blood. No struggle. Just an eerie stillness and a growing mystery. 4 days, search teams combed the area. Helicopters flew overhead. Dogs tracked her scent, but it abruptly ended about 100 yards from the car, as if she had been picked up by someone, or simply vanished into the woods. Theories began to swirl. Some believed she had staged her own disappearance, that she wanted to escape her life and start fresh somewhere new. She had spoken to no one about plans, but her actions suggested something was brewing. But if that's true, why leave behind her belongings? Why go into the cold, dark wilderness without help or supplies?